Well, I'm doing this again for KU's Puerto Rican road trip, and this time the opponent was tougher, but in the end, I was surprised with the result, but also happy at the same time. Let's do a review. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Drew, better known as RockChalk01, and yesterday, whenever you're watching this, the Kansas Jayhawks continued on their Puerto Rican tour, once again in the Coliseo de Ruben Rodriguez, as they took on the Bahamian national team, or the Bahamas, and pulled out with a victory by a final score of 92-87. So yeah, I was expecting KU to lose this one because a lot of these players are professionals, including one of them that actually played in the ball game. Unfortunately, DeAndre Ayton, Kai Jones, Eric Gordon, and Klay Thompson didn't play. In fact, Klay's not even on the trip anymore. But someone else did that is familiar with Kansas basketball. And that would be the former Oklahoma guard, Buddy Hield, played in this ball game. And boy, he played great, getting 18 points and playing only in the first half. But despite Buddy Hield being Buddy Hield, Kansas showed up and played a really great ball game. Now, there were some hiccups along the way, but for the most part, it was good. So with that being said, for those of you who do not know, I give positives and negatives about the game. I give a player of the game and a player who needs to improve. Without further ado, let's do it. Okay, first positive, KU shooting performance minus free throws, because free throws, I'll talk about that later on. But KU actually shot the ball better than the Bahamas throughout the entire game, as the Hawks shot 58% from the field and a shaky 24% from three. But again, that was bound to happen, while the Bahamas ended up shooting 42% from the field and 22% from three, which, man, they took a lot of three-pointers, and surprising how they ended up shooting 22% is beyond me. But we made some good shots, especially down low. We made sure that we scored in the paint and, got the easy buckets there, but we could also shoot it from outside, give or take a few. And defensively, we did our job forcing bad shots, but again, some of them that were bad shots ended up falling for the Bahamas. So again, more on the professional side for them, but defensively, we did our job holding them to shoot under 45% from the field and 22% from three. I'll take it. So yeah, KU's shooting performance along with its defense on the perimeter, as well as in general when somebody put up a shot, that's a positive. Turnovers. KU actually won the turnover battle, and I knew this was going to be high because of the professionals that were playing, but KU actually won the turnover battle as the Hawks forced 23 Bahama turnovers and scored 25 off of them, while the Bahamas forced 22 KU turnovers and only scored 21. I will say, granted, we did have 20 plus turnovers, but it could have been a lot worse with how scrappy the game ended up being. It could have been a whole lot worse. So I'm fine with having the 22 turnovers, but if we forced less turnovers, this would obviously be a negative. But in this case, I'm going to say it's a positive. And finally, nitpick positives. And first, we're going to start with points in the paint, because KU almost doubled the Bahamas in points in the paint in this game, which is crazy. Now, the Bahamas had 36 points in the paint, which is a lot. KU finished with 62 points in the paint. Holy Toledo. That's a lot of points in the paint. And the final nitpick positive is that KU also won the fast break points battle by 3, winning that one 27-24. So a lot of good things happened in this game. And yeah, with all that said, those are my positives. Now to the negatives. And you remember when I was talking about free throws? This is it. KU was horrendous from the foul line as they shot 52% from the charity stripe after shooting lights out from the free throw line a game ago. It just went downhill. We could have won this game by a lot more if we would have made our free throws. And I'm pretty sure most of the guys on this team made at least one, but would miss at least one or two. But yeah, we really need to work on our free throws, so that's a negative. Getting out rebounded is a negative, as if this was a lot closer, I probably would have let it slide a bit, but this one kind of is a little bigger margin, as the Hawks failed to win the rebounding battle. They fell 37-31. Now, this was probably thanks in large part to the offensive rebounding game, as KU fell short in that category by a larger margin. They lost that 11-6. But yeah, we did well defensively grabbing rebounds, but when it came to the offensive side of the ball, it was almost non-existent. So we got to take care of the offensive side of the glass as well as the defensive side of the glass to win that rebounding battle. So losing the boards is a negative. Another negative, fouls. KU lost the foul battle as they had 27 personals, while the Bahamas had 23, which includes a technical foul from the coach, which I didn't think that there would be a T in any of these games, but sure enough, there was one. But we just got to do better defensively and holding our ground, as well as not being too out of control on the offensive side, and that would allow charges. So yeah, bring down the fouls and we will be fine. So yeah, fouls, also a negative. And finally, the nitpick negatives, as KU lost the second chance points battle 14-4, as well as bench points. KU lost that one 32-25. Yeah, those are nitpicks. What are you going to do about it? But the second chance points, again, that also comes with rebounding. But, you know, we've got another exhibition coming up in a couple days, so hopefully that will improve. But yeah, with all that said, those are my negatives. All right, player of the game. I'm going to give an honorable mention first because, again, he played out of his mind and he was still the second leading scorer. But again, KJ Adams had an incredible game. He finished with 17 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and a block in 29 minutes of play, shooting 7 of 9 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3, and 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Yeah, KJ, my goodness, he is looking to be that top 3 scorer that I was talking about on this team, that he would be that guy. But now it's more looking like he might be 1 and 2 with whoever on this squad, because he is consistently playing much better and also adapting an outside shot, which surprises me. But he's doing much better shooting the ball at the free throw line. He's doing much better catching the lobs. He's getting rebounds. He's actually dishing out assists, which that's crazy to me. So unfortunately, one guy did just enough to edge him out of the player of the game honoree, but he does deserve an honorable mention. So this leads to my player of the game, and that will be the newcomer from Michigan, Hunter Dickinson. Wow, he improved a lot. Hunter finished with 28 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals in 28 minutes, shooting 11 of 13 from the field, 1 for 2 from beyond the arc, and 5 of 8 from the free throw line. After having a shaky first game, only scoring 13 points, Hunter just absolutely stepped up and played out of his mind. I mean, his bunny hooks finally started to fall, and it was consistent. Like the first one, second, third, it just kept going. And then he made one from the top of the key for 3, and yeah, he was something special tonight. In fact, if it wasn't for him, there's a good chance KU would have lost this game, because a lot of guys ended up getting into foul trouble. But for Hunter, he played great and was very consistent throughout. So yeah, without a doubt, Hunter Dickinson is my player of the game. Now, player who needs to improve, there is a couple options in this one, but After getting the player of the game nod last time, along with KJ Adams, Arterio Morris is my player who needs to improve because he fell off quick and it just seemed like his shot was not going to fall. Arterio finished with 7 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block in 27 minutes. Shot 3 of 8 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3, and 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Yeah, I mean, after scoring 20 points in the first game, a big drop off in this one, but maybe it's because there might have been game plan assigned to Arterio in this one. I don't know. I would think it's more on Hunter, but that didn't seem to be the case. But it just seemed like he wasn't getting open as much. He missed some wonky layups, and when he had his chance to shoot threes, it just would not fall. So hopefully the shot gets better and gets fixed. And also his free throws need to drastically get better because 1 of 3 isn't going to cut it. But the guy who was player of the game last week, unfortunately, is the player who needs to improve, which has to be Arterio Morris. And that's going to do it for my review of KU versus the Bahamian national team. Again, the final score, Kansas 92, the Bahamas 87. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe, and push that notification bell. Also, tell your friends about these videos. And I'm not sure if I will be back for another KU review, as they will face off against the Bahamian national team one more time, and that will be on Monday. But I do know that DeAndre Ayton, Eric Gordon, and Buddy Hield will play in that ball game. Those 3 big names will be in uniform going off against the Kansas Jayhawks. So be on the lookout for that review. But until then, have a good day. Never ever bring exotic dishes to the field house, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.